Hi everyone, welcome to this Excel for Beginners video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you the majority of fundamentals you need to get started with Microsoft Excel. Before we begin, I'm Faith Abe and I do a lot of tutorials on CorelDRAW, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and video editing. If this is your cup of tea, please hit the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever a new video comes out. And let's get straight into the video. Here I have Microsoft Excel 2016 opened. You can open up any of the templates provided here and start changing the data, or you can simply open up a blank workbook, which I'm going to do for better understanding. To begin, let's go over some basic terms. We have tabs across the top, such as the Home tab, Formulas tab, Data tab, Page Layout tab, and when you click on one of these tabs, a ribbon appears. So whenever you click on a tab, what appears is called a ribbon. So now this is the ribbon for page layout. And then each ribbon is subdivided into groups. In the corner of some of these groups, you have a button that brings up more options, like this. So these are the basic terms, the tabs, the ribbons, and the groups. Now this whole page is your spreadsheet, under which we have the columns and the rows. And where a column and a row meets is called a cell. So this is a cell. Every cell has a name. The name of this particular cell is G7 because it's located under the G column and row 7. So it has the name cell G7. And then we have a range. Range is a group of cells all together like this. So if I write a bunch of cells, it is called a range, and a range can also be named. You name it by taking the name of the first cell, which is E3, and the name of the last cell being K17. So the name of this range is E3 through K17, which is written as E3 column K17. So that's basically the terminologies of Excel that we need to know to go about Microsoft Excel. Next thing we're going to look at is inserting or typing in text. So I'm just going to click on any cell and type in my text. I could click on another and also type in it. Before we go any further, over here labeled sheets is where you add worksheets or jump from one worksheet to another. These worksheets make up your workbook. So to create another worksheet, you click on this plus button. As you can see, we have sheet 2 now. Click on this plus button again and we have another. I'm going to zoom in so we can see things a little bit clearer. To zoom in or out, you go over to your view tab. Click on zoom here and you can see the zoom options. You can choose to zoom it out or zoom it in. Another way you can do that is by going over to the bottom right corner here and adjust it the way you want it. Now back to entering your data. Let's say I want to do a record of sales in different quarters. I'm just going to click on the cell and start typing. There are different ways you could move to the next cells. When I hit tab on my keyboard, it will move right, and hitting enter will bring it down. When I hold shift down and hit enter, it moves up, and when I hold shift down and hit tab, it moves left. Another way you could move around is by using the arrow keys on your keyboard, and that's if you don't want to make use of your mouse. You can just use the keys on your keyboard to move around. Notice here that product name isn't showing fully because the name is longer than the cell. All you have to do to make it visible is to come over here and stretch out the column. You can always stretch out your cells to make them wider or longer. In case you want to click on any cell to edit it, you don't click on it once because then it's just going to erase everything you once wrote. So I'm just going to undo this. The right way to edit it is to double click on it, and then you can add or remove whatever you want to. To bring this title to the center, highlight this whole row and click on merge and center. You can change the font and the size to make it look a lot better. I'll come over here to stretch out this row so the text can fit in. Also, we can choose to add borders if you want an outline around any row or column by going up here and click on all border if you want border around everything. And also there are options, so you can choose the style you want, the kind of thickness you want the outline to have, and just click and drag on the borderline. Let's not forget to save our workbook. To save, go to Files, click on Save As, click on Documents or whatever location you want it to be. Type in the name. I'm going to leave it as Book 1 here and then click Save. Now I'm just going to go ahead and enter in my data. Here I can pick a design for my title. You can pick whatever design you want. You just do it any way you think your work is going to come out perfect. I can choose to make this text bolder and change the text font. We could even decide to make everything centered by highlighting everything and clicking center here. So that's it. It looks a lot better now. The next thing we are going to look at is getting the sum of numbers. If I wanted to get the sum of Q1 sales, I'm going to type in equal sign here. You start every equation with an equal sign. So after that, I'm going to type in the name of the first cell, which is B3, and then hit the plus sign and then type in B4. That's the name of the next cell after B3. Plus sign again, B5. And if I want to see the sum of just those three cells, I'll hit enter and now I have the sum. Or you could just type in equal sign and click on the cells you want to sum up. Equal sign B3, plus sign B4, plus sign B5, and that way till you get to the last row. And then hit enter key when you're done to bring up the sum. An easy way to finding the sum is to go up here under formulas, click on the summation sign and then click outside of the cell or hit enter. So this is the sum of all Q1 sales. Do the same for Q2 and 3. This is not giving me the sum of what I want, so I'm just going to highlight everything and click on sum. So one of the perks of using Microsoft Excel, it saves you the stress of doing your calculations yourself. There are a lot more formulas and a lot to Microsoft Excel, and we're going to look at it all in my next video. Another useful thing to know is how to freeze panes. Let's say you want to freeze the first column or row so that whenever you scroll down or move across your spreadsheet, that particular column or row remains. You go over to view here, and on the freeze pane, you can choose to freeze the top row or the first column. I'm going to freeze the first column, and notice when I move across the spreadsheet, this first column remains. I'm just going to go ahead and unfreeze the pane. You can go ahead to add colors to your work. Let's say you want one with more cells to be given a distinctive identification. You can choose to give it a different color. And the last thing we're going to be looking at is inserting new columns and rows. I can add a new row. For instance, I wanted something. I could just insert a new row. So I'm just going to type in a new fruit, watermelon. Notice that as we input a new figure, the sum will automatically change to give the right sum because everything is connected. So this is basically it for Microsoft Excel. I'm going to make more videos on this. to assist you maximize your ability to use Microsoft Excel efficiently. So watch out for my next video, and if you want a written copy of this tutorial, you can get it on Amazon. I'll have it linked in the description. And thank you so much for watching till the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so you can get more videos like this. I'll see you guys in my next video.